Well, welcome back to the Gobby Gaffer, and it's a live stream number 3 managing Fiorentina over in Italy. And obviously, I got kind of, well, not headhunted, but I was approached to manage them partway through the season after doing reasonably well with Palermo. And we've just gone through the January transfer window, and just looking at the league there, we are third in the league at the moment, behind Bologna, AC Milan, and well, we've got Juventus breathing down our necks. But I'm a little bit late tonight. Hiya, Mike. How you doing, mate? How's your week been? A little bit late tonight, so let's jump straight in and let's have a look. So, like I say, we're third in the league at the moment, and for anybody new, picking up the stream, we are playing the console version of Football Manager 2026. And sorry, it's gone a bit mad with the family in the last. It's typical, isn't it? You start to like getting a live stream, and my daughter's been on the phone, and I'm trying to organise things with my son, so it's gone a little bit bonkers. Right, okay, so let me just get my head into gear. So anybody coming into the stream new, is what I was saying, we're playing the console version of Football Manager 2026. Specifically, I'm playing it on the PS5, and like I say, managing Fiorentina, as you can see. Hiya, Andy, how are you doing, mate? How's it going? Hiya, Stevie. It's a strange old thing at the moment, Football Manager. I've been looking at one or two streamers and one or two content creators, and one in particular, I won't mention his name because I don't think that's very fair, but one in particular, I went back on his kind of lead save for Football Manager 2024, and he was getting around about 80,000 views. At this stage, he's getting around 80,000 views per video. Currently, he's getting about just over 20. So, viewing numbers, and I've also watched a few other streamers. Loki Doki's been talking about it, and there's another channel which is very, very good, and I can't just off the top of my head. They've been talking about as well how viewing numbers are very, very much down. Not just a bit, but very, very much down. So, still trying to shed the excess holiday weight if I didn't even have mince pies. You didn't even have mince pies. I had a few. I bought the Frangipan ones from Tesco. I bought myself 2 boxes of them because I'd never seen them before. It's like 8 mince pies. I ate them all. Yeah, not proud of myself really. But okay. So let's get into this, shall we? And so recent results. Let's have a quick look. I've been playing the Wigan save this week. It's been driving me potty. Absolutely. The game on. I don't know whether it's more intense on FM26, but or whether it's just me. But the transfer windows are absolutely mad. You know, you go in for players, you sign the contracts with them, and as soon as you press that button, you get that message. Oh, it's been made widely available. It could have been on the transfer market or it could have been out of contract for 3 years. As soon as you go in for him, the 4 other clubs are in, and they will go elsewhere. And it's been happening to me time after time after time. How the game expects me to build a decent team, I literally have no idea. But then again, I suppose that's the AI's job, isn't it? The AI's job is to work against you and make it into a difficult computer game. Curveballs and levels of difficulty. Okay, did you get a goalkeeper at the end of the last stream? Okay, Stevie, right. Did we need a goalkeeper? Like I say, my head's full of the Wigan save. So we're on the 3rd of the 2nd. I'm guessing I must have done, because we're out of the transfer window now. Oh, I did. I remember now. Well spotted. Well spotted. think views are down on YouTube in general, not just Football Manager content. Oh, really? Okay. I mean, that's interesting to know. That is very interesting to know. I mean, I suppose at the end of the day, you know, there's that many content creators now doing all kinds of varieties of things. I mean, I'm finding it similar myself because, I mean, when I started watching content creators, because I watch a lot of van lifers, and I've recently got into watching the canal boaters and things like that. So I've what they call salvage rebuilds, repairing cars and stuff. So I have a wide variety, but I'm finding that I'm finding too many really that I really like. So I'm trying to like By the Curb. He's brilliant, Yorkshire lad. He's a van lifer and he has a very funny girlfriend and they go on trips and he's brilliant. But his channel is massive, so I'm doing catch up on his, but trying to keep up with the others, and I'm getting so far behind. So maybe that's what it is. Maybe there's a massive amount of content out there, but then, you know, obviously the views on them are going to drop, aren't they? It's like, you know, it's supply and demand, isn't it, really? I missed the last couple of Jamie because I was out sledging, but I'm here for this one. You changed clubs. You've been out sledging, Jamie. Well, look, then you need to have it. You need to have a commitment to the cause. The commitment to the cause here. Never mind sledging. Sledging, indeed. Yes, I have. I got offered the Fiorentina job, and it kind of came. I think it was quite near the end of a stream one night, and it was out of the blue. Fiorentina just came in for me, and then I had to make a decision. So, but yes, Jamie, I have. I've gone to Fiorentina now. Mike, Southport report, we're top of the Prem, 21 games into the 32-33 season. I don't even know how we're playing anti-football and every Big Six team sat there mentioned in the past 6 months. My God. I mean, you're doing really well there, Mike. Absolutely. But to be honest, Mike, if I were you, start a video channel, YouTube channel, because I think you're doing better at the game than I would. I kind of got a bit fed up with Southport, no money, and if you've got on top of the Premier League, then you obviously know how to play the game better than I do, I think. Okay. Yes, so was it Stevie asked? Yes, I did. And this was the goalkeeper here. And I think it was you who told me, because I've had him before, and I think you said that I had him at Torino. So yes, I have got a goalkeeper. And I think he probably will be starting games from now on. I'm not very keen on having on loan goalkeepers, if I'm honest. It's not so bad at maybe, you know, like a National League team. But when you're near the top of Serie A, you don't want on loan goalkeepers, do you? But yeah, well spotted, Stevie. Thanks for reminding me. Yeah, so that's my new goalkeeper, and I can't remember now whether I signed him on the stream or whether I went off stream and signed him. I can't remember now. 6'8", big lad, 6'8". The problem is with big goalkeepers at 6'8" is, can they get down and save stuff? Let's hope he can. All right, let's push the save on then, because nobody's here to hear me waffling, are they? People are here to see some football played. So it's a strange old thing with YouTube. So it may be it's a combination of things then, isn't it? That the you know, like if views are down across the board, but then obviously the Football Manager's been received so badly. I mean, I've not heard it. People keep asking me, have you heard anything? What's happening in January with the console? No idea. There's been nothing said once again. I don't know whether we're getting an update or not. I mean, I've got things that need fixing. Whether they'll fix them or not, I've no idea. Right, okay, Gorson's badly bruised ankle. He's 13 agility in the game. That's good enough for those low saves, Mike. Yeah, I think so. Stevie's my assistant manager. I think, Mike, you might be my new director of football, Because if you're looking at them kind of things and saying that's good, right, that's fine, that's good enough for me. Some FM Twitch guys are saying that FM content has gone up in views. It's just one of those peaks and troughs things, right? Okay then. I mean, I have thought about doing Twitch, but I did try. It's a while ago now. I did try to set up a dual thing, YouTube and Twitch, and I screwed my whole system up completely. In fact, I don't even think my computer's recovered. Some of the buttons and things are still not working. Right, Gosens, what's he doing? Gosens. Where does he play? Is he one of my regular starters? He's my left fullback or a left winger. Okay, so that could be an issue. Streaming on the whole is down a bit because people are watching stuff like Stranger Things and doing New Year things. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, maybe. I mean, that might be a good... But it's a good thought, that, Andy, because I suppose in the winter, television tends to get more interesting, doesn't it? So they put like new series on and things like that on, you know, even terrestrial TV. They put new series and things on. Whereas in the summer, they tend to do a lot of repeats and whatever because they know people are out a lot more. So that's probably a good point as well. Right, let's just push this forward and let's get moving a little bit. But it's nice to see one or two. Well, Sven has come in there and doing a bit of commenting, so that's quite nice. It's always nice to have you know, somebody else a bit different doing the commenting. Traitors is back on as well. I mean, has Traitors ever finished? I mean, every time I do my planner and go on, Traitors is on again. It's like they've only just finished the what's it one, the celebrity one, aren't they? Now they're into another one. I suppose when you're onto a good thing, you just keep going with it, don't you? But it never seems to end. Pack at work having a few weeks off, getting themselves into the work zone. Yeah, I mean, I'm not, you know, I'm not complaining. It's just an observation, really. I mean, my numbers are, I think my numbers are doing okay. I think my videos I've dropped off a little bit. So I am kind of thinking about things that I can do that might, you know, generate a bit more interest. I mean, that's another thing as well. So I was watching Loki Doki yesterday. It was an older video that he'd done, and he was analysing one of the new content creators. And he said, you know, you're posting your videos a bit too early. You need to post them a bit later at 6 or 7 o'clock. And I always post mine at 4. And they've done okay, but I just thought, you know what, for a week, I'm going to try it at 7 and see whether that makes any difference or not. Article says, Gaffer Fury, if they ever make this managerial adventure into a movie, that's the title. Oh, yeah, Tapia feels Gaffer Fury. Yeah, we got beat, didn't we, in the... which is not ideal, really, because that would have been a trophy, wouldn't it? And we got knocked out. I think we were not 2-0 down in the first few minutes in that game. Yeah, Gaffer Fury. Sven, I've watched all your videos for this save. I just don't very often catch you live. Oh, well, you're very welcome. You're very welcome, Sven. It's just, you know, it's like the more the merrier, isn't it, really? Especially when you start talking about mince pies and stuff, and everybody's got a view on which are the best mince pies, all of that kind of thing. I mean, football's kind of a side thing. Get talking about mince pies and all that kind of carry on. Right, let's push this on a little bit more. Yeah, so we're back into the football season now, kids football. My other grandson, who's 4, he started football training now. Well, football, a little bit of coaching. So he's doing Saturday and Sunday this week. So I'm going to watch him tomorrow. And of course, my other grandsons are in the are playing Sunday now. Their games are back on. I'm hoping it's going to be on. I mean, I don't know about. I mean, obviously you're all from different parts of the country and the world. So But this big storm that we're meant to be getting, we've seen nothing of it in Preston whatsoever. We've had no snow, wind, rain or anything. So, Wigan saves going well. You'll be in the Prem next couple of years. Yeah, I mean, either that or I'll get poached by another club. I'm going where the money is, Mike. Wherever the money is, I'm going. I'm off. I'm not... I mean, I can't honestly... I don't see. I don't think I've never done that in all the time I've been playing Football Manager. I've never done what you've done, i.e., taking Southport out of the National North into the Prem. And I guess there's a process there, and it's a long process of building and building and building and building. Taking a team like Wigan straight out of the Championship into the Prem, you don't get that chance to build, do you? So I don't know how that would go. I'm guessing probably not very well, but I don't know really. Yeah, so it's all kicking off this weekend football wise, and of course City have got Exeter tomorrow in the FA Cup, and it's City's football at the moment is well, you need matchsticks basically to prop your eyes open. It's so boring. But yeah, the kids' football's all back on again now, and that's quite exciting. Who's this now? Gonzalo Plata, who's he? From Ecuador, right winger. I mean, we're out of the transfer window anyway now, aren't we? So, we've got him on the shortlist anyway. That doesn't matter then. Gavin Bazunu is still a 3-star goalkeeper. So I remember scouting him now because we needed a keeper, didn't we? WSL back this weekend. Let's go. Right, okay. I mean, to be honest, we are going to need a backup goalkeeper. So maybe. I mean, he's still a good goalkeeper, Bazunu. Still a good goalkeeper. He's on the shortlist as well. That's okay. Both have their merits. It's fun watching a 10-pot Premier League stable with 30,000 butts and seats and a shiny new stadium, but the journeyman says that's somewhat more realistic. Yeah, it's... I mean, it's everybody to their own, isn't it, Mike? It's not something I've ever done, and it's not really something I've ever been interested in. I know a lot of people do it. Because I'm guessing if you're from Bishop Stortford or something like that, and you support the local team there, to see your team competing in the Champions League, even in fantasy land, must be brilliant, you know. But it's not something I've ever been interested in, really. I think what I'm doing at the moment in both sides, I'm going where the money is. If somebody comes in for me and the money's better and it's a step up, then I'm off, really, I think. And that's basically what I'm doing. But yeah, I do need to have a look at the console version. I've got one or two little ideas about a possibility of a save, but I don't know whether it's doable in the console version of FM26. I know it was in FM24, but I don't know. I've got to have a look at that yet. But like I say, I've had to leave the Wigan save 3 times this week because I've gone in the transfer market and I've been up to here with it. Up to here. The AI in the game has screwed me so much. It's unbelievable. Well, it's not really because it's Football Manager. We all know what it's like. So I've had to leave it and then, right, okay, I'll come back to it tomorrow. And then I've gone back. It's never been like this because I love the transfer window. I can literally spend all day in there and have so much fun, and it's brilliant. It's driven me mad this week. I've got players' names spinning round in my head, players that I've lost, so many that I've lost because the game puts obstacles in the way and it just drives you absolutely potty. But anyway, that's Wigan. Yeah, so I don't know. I started a new fund swimming on a long-term save that I might start streaming when I move, doing a current little version of it, and I'm enjoying it immensely. I mean, you'll have to let me know, Andy, if you do start streaming, because I, Stuart, mate, you all right? Yeah, and I'll come along and give you a bit of support. He's hope you're well. What man? Oh, man, con the bank, right? Okay. You'll have to let me know what your names are. I mean, I don't need to work too hard with Stuart's and Stevie, and obviously I know one or two others. I've written them down, but you'll have to let me know what your names are. I mean, on the subject of putting a video, the best time to put a video up. I mean, what are all your views on that? Like I say, it always used to be 4 p.m. I've always done 4 p.m. I'm trialing 7 p.m. now. Whether that will be better or not, I don't work. The thought process being, I mean, I do have a few younger viewers who would be school, 4 o'clock, all that kind of malarkey. But most people are working, and 7 o'clock would seem to be a better time to do it. Started in Japan and went everywhere south, about Africa, Mexico, and ended up managing Flamengo. All Continental Champion League except Europe. See, that appeals to me. What Mike's just said there, that really appeals to me. Because that's something I've never done before, and I like doing things I've not done before. That's why I like trying to put weird formations together. The problem is they're never very successful. I do like trying to do something a little bit different, rather than the 4-2-3-1. It works great in FM26, and here's the tactic, here's the formation, copy and paste it, and you'll be away. Not for me, not really, no. Andy, we all get notifications, so for me personally it's a case of just be consistent and it'll be watched. Right, okay, well thanks for your commitment there, Andy, that's really good. Yeah, I mean, it's would you say you are gutted over not being in the top 6 with Wigan, or are you pleased with 7th? Okay, Stuart, that's a really interesting question, because obviously you watched a lot of my videos. I bloody well hate losing. I absolutely hate losing. I hate it when FMs me. That gets me really mad. So the fact that those last 2 games, we were in the playoffs and then we weren't. And it basically screwed me at the end. Because we'd been doing all right, hadn't we? We were like relegation fodder. The board wanted avoid relegation. And then I managed to get them into the playoff positions. But then the game had to screw me in those last 2 games to knock me out. So from the point of view of being me and hating to lose, I was fuming. But on a practical level, Wigan wouldn't have won the playoffs anyway. And Wigan into the Premier League as we are now. I'm just trying to think where I'm at with because I can't. There's things happened and I can't tell you about them because it spoils the next video. Yeah, no, I can't say anything. Yeah, so it's a double answer that, Stuart. Double answer. Absolutely fuming on the one hand. On the other, Wigan would never have survived in the Premier League. So, yeah, bit of a long answer for you there, but a sandwich and take some painkillers. Okay, Andy, yeah, you get your sandwich and have some painkillers. Played FM23 and FM24 on the PS5. On the Mac, and I'm struggling to really get into, say, like I did on the last game, found your contact, looking to see what the console one was like. Yeah, I mean, it is. So, I mean, I've said right from there, and I normally do, I always do tuition videos to like help new players and whatever. And in the last week, I've been thinking I should really start doing those. But the fact that there are a few things in my game that are not like, fixture lists not populating and stuff like that. And I don't know what other things, if I start doing a tuition video on right from the very beginning, right? What leagues do we load? Why do we load? Why have we only got 10? All of that kind of thing. And then it starts messing up. I don't know whether I can do I don't know if I can do a tuition video at the moment. And I would love to do them. I love doing tuition videos, and they really help the channel. But yeah, I don't know. FM26. I'll repeat again. I'll keep repeating myself. We all have to get used to the fact that we play in the FM27 beta. That's it. Done. There is no question on that. It's done and finished. We're playing the beta for FM27. If you don't like it, you don't buy the game. You know, I'm quite enjoying it. It's okay. But I am finding the transfer window quite different at the moment. I don't know whether that's because I'm with, you know, lower level clubs. I'm not quite sure. Right, Mike, I played 5-2-2-1 in that save. 3 at the back, counter-attacking. Attacking mentally with a low block. I like tinkering. Yeah, well, I obviously I like tinkering. Attacking mentality with a low block. Okay. I mean, that's going to confuse the AI, isn't it, really? So you're playing a counter-attacking. Right, okay, then. Right. And that's working, is it, in the Premier League? I mean, to be honest, a 5-2-2-1 in the Prem. I don't know. I mean, it's one of those. Like I say, we all play the game differently, don't we? And if you're top of the league, then obviously it's working. Right, who are we playing here? Sassuolo. Let's have a look. Right, I've got to remember who we are here and what we're doing. Oh, we're playing with wingers, aren't we? Yeah. So we've got Beltran on the left as an inside forward. Kalali on the right as a winger. Have we got a deep line playmaker? Yeah. Amatucci, Bianco, Camuso Tomori. Is this Gossens back? I thought Gossens was injured. He must be alright then. What's sharpness like? Gossens' sharpness is okay. He's got a transfer arranged as well. I've just noticed. Right, okay, let's striker. He needs to go into the reserve squad. And Fabio Silva is injured. Right, okay, so as it stands then, we've only got one injury. So Conde, the goalkeeper, Flecken. Right, we need to get the new goalkeeper in, I think. There's no point in buying a new goalkeeper and not playing him. What he likes to play as a ball-playing goalkeeper, which is exactly what he's doing. That's fine. Right. Erline is the wonder kid, isn't he? Right wing back. 14. I've just got to get my head round this now. 14. What's he doing? Right, okay. Right, okay, let's give that a save. Let's get into the game. So how many I had J Ignition. J Ignition. Right, okay. Is that J or is that J Ignition? Is that somebody different? Is it the J the Newcastle fan or if you have just bobbed your head into the stream, I'm a little bit late tonight, to be honest. One or two things have been happening, but we are playing the console version of Football Manager 2026. I'm playing it on the PS5 and managing Fiorentina over in Italy. That was last year. No, I'm playing the 4-2-3-1 with the self-ball, both the control possession and direct counter-attack version. Beat Liverpool and Chelsea 4-0. There's a joke in there, Mike, but like I say, I don't really do banter, so I won't do it. But you're doing really well, Mike, with that save. Very, very well indeed. It's weird, isn't it, how we both started with Southport and now I'm with Wigan and in the Championship, and you're in the Premier League with Southport. I can't decide if it's the game that's the problem or if I'm just getting overwhelmed by how much more depth the PC. I'm finding things like player interactions are real issues. Right, okay. Yeah, I can't really comment on the PC version. I mean, it always was more in depth, and obviously the console version is like the staffing is just ridiculously too slim. It's ridiculous. So there are things in the console version that need beefing up, but then yeah, I mean it's difficult, isn't it? I don't really know whether if I was playing the PC version, given that it's a brand new game with a brand new UI and the in-depth amount that it goes into on the PC, I don't know whether I would have struggled really badly with it as well. Player interactions, yeah, I mean, someone different. I left the comment on one of your previous videos about the realistic crowd noises. Then I dropped a sub. First time I've caught you live. All right, well, thanks very much for coming in, Jay. Thanks very much for that. Yeah, I work quite hard at that, and I think it's something, you know, like when you're watching the videos. I don't know whether a lot of people notice it or not, but I do put all my own crowd noises in. And they're not perfect. One or two of them do need tweaking a little bit. But I enjoy making videos and that side of it, you know, taking like sound bites and whatever and dropping them in the game. But it's nice of you, Jay, to pick up on that and notice that. And I do remember that comment very, very nicely put. Were you upset over the Brighton game? Oh, don't get me started, Stuart. Don't get me started. It's really difficult as a City fan because, you know, when City fans start crying and moaning that the team's not playing well and we're not getting the results, you know, everybody's like, you're Manchester City. You'll buy your way out of it. You'll cheat your way out of it. I'm like, you know what? It's awful at the moment. Mike, that's true. In the PC version, team morale is way too important for results. Yeah, but Mike, I mean, Football Manager's always been called morale manager. I mean, there are a lot of things in Football Manager needed changing, and one of the things that's really pleased me in the console version is all the buffoonery in the match engine. Most of that seems to have been taken out. I don't know who's been in charge of that, but I would like to go and shake his hand because he's done a bloody good job with that. Take all that buffoonery out, and then you can actually watch the game and enjoy it a lot more. But yeah, Morale Manager, it's always been like that. You prefer the console version on that matter specifically. I mean, maybe once again, maybe they should do a halfway house for PC and console on that. Maybe it's something they're thinking about. I've been broken. I have players moaning at me for thinking about selling a bright prospect. I don't think, to be honest, I don't think there's as many things as broken on the console. Not for me, anyway, personally, as there are on the PC. I mean, there's been something about, was it resting players and they got put on the transfer list automatically? Something like that. I mean, my complaints are not as in depth. I mean, you know, the fixture schedule is quite a big one for me. And when I'm making videos and trying to show people the fixture schedule and two of them are missing, and then I have to go try and find those results somewhere to prove to people that I played the game. I mean, it's a bit mad. I mean, I would say, Sven, I would say that if you're finding the PC version too in-depth, then... and the other thing as well about the console version, I don't know, I've not looked, but if you go on CEX, given the fact that it's had really bad reviews, the price on there might have really plummeted. You might be able to pick it up for like 20, 25 quid on CEX. So, I mean, that applies to anybody in the stream. You know, if you're thinking of buying the console version, don't buy it new. Go to CEX, buy it second hand. Because at least then, if you're a bit unsure when you bought it, then you spent less money on it. Yeah, Sven, I mean, I would like to do some tuition videos, and I may well do it. And what I might do is next week, I might do like a practice away from camera and see if, you know, like the first video, setting up from scratch, picking a team, picking a tactic formation, and see if it's all working. If it's working, then I might start doing a series of tuition videos. But we'll see how it goes. It's time as well, because I've got like the live stream to do, and then Wigan is driving me absolutely mad at the moment. But there you go. Right, let's go to the match. How long have we been on? 35 minutes. We've not kicked a ball yet. It's going well this tonight, isn't it? Right, come on. Let's get a win. We need to get back to winning ways, because that cup quarter-final wasn't great, was it really? Oh, nice pitch. I'm liking the pitch. We're at home. Groundsman's done a good job there, hasn't he? Okay, in the for anybody new, we're in the purple shirts. Fiorentina playing Sassuolo. So we're on a balanced mentality at the moment, and we've had one shot and it was on target. So we've got a 100% conversion rate, but right, Gosens. I was a bit worried when that came up that he got injured. A bit worried about that, but it looked like a short-term injury. Right, this I need to give this kid some game time, because he's a wonder kid, this Erline. I'm expecting big things of him. Whoa, keeper makes a good save. Tarati, I think I've had him before as well. I think he's quite a decent keeper. It's going short with this one. Go on, in the box, in the box. Oh, and the keeper does it again. Another corner. There's nothing like a stadium full of screaming Italian fans, is there? Right, come on, lads, now. Don't let them play through you. You're letting them play through you. Well done. See, he was listening. Gossens, Beltran. Oh, lovely little ball. Slide it across. It's in. Come on. Moyes is keen again. Does it still tell you how many goals he scored? Brilliant goal. Does it tell you? No, it doesn't. Did it tell you right at the beginning how many goals? He must have scored a few goals this season. Moyes is keen. I could do with him at Wigan. Trying to find a goal scorer for Wigan. Absolute nightmare. Absolute nightmare. Just need to do some shopping. I only got cheese over cheese sandwich. Mayo. Sriracha mayo. What's that? And a bowl of berries. That sounds very healthy, Andy. Are you on a bit of a health kick after Christmas? Cheese sandwich. I mean, a good cheese sandwich is, you know, it's up there, isn't it, really? It depends what kind of cheese you use, though, I suppose. I mean, I must admit, I like Edam cheese. Edam cheese is a winner. No, we're going to stay balanced. I was going to move it up then, but we have scored, haven't we? What have we got? Oh, we got 100% of it. We're absolutely battering him here, but only scored 1 goal. 5 shots, 5 on target. We're 10 world-class defenders. Well, yeah, exactly. I do worry with Football Manager. I'm getting a lot of games like this, a lot of them. It doesn't matter whether it's Wigan, Palermo, Fiorentina, Bradford. I'm getting a lot of 1-0s. Coming at half time now. We've had 7 shots now, 6 on target, and only scored the 1 goal. Right, okay, what we're going to do, we're going to say encourage, no, we're going to be pleased. Did that young prospect, James Milner, play against City? You know how old he is, Stuart? 41. 41. My God, did he get booed when he came on? After being balanced meals anyway, got oh, you got diabetes, right? Need to eat relatively well to keep glucose down and my insulin resistance in a good. Oh, I think you did say that you were going to the fridge for your insulin the other night. I seem to remember that now. Yeah, my ex-wife's got diabetes. It's not pleasant, is it really? Come on, another goal now. Can we get a second here? Because I'm a little bit worried with this one. You know what? The strikers were running away from the ball then before it even got to the keeper. Yeah. Yeah. 11 straight games finished 1-0. Yeah. I think it's there's definitely a department, isn't there, at Sports Interactive that works on making the game squeaky bum all the time. There's definitely a department that works on that. So it keeps you on the edge of your seat all of the time. And quite frankly, go on, Moises. That's the one. Moise Keane, nice goal, 2-0, 2 goals in the game. And that was a nice turn. You kind of knew that was going in. As soon as he got that ball, he had his back to goal, but as soon as he got that ball, you knew it was going in. A quick turn, one touch, wallop past the keeper. Lovely. Booing. The lad is too boring to boo. It's weird because when he was at City, he did a lot of like charity stuff, and and he was a really well respected member of the dressing room. I think he was well respected by the fans as well. But I think what happened was he went to Liverpool, didn't he? And he made a statement, something to do with something like "at long last I'm at a big club" or something like that. And then, of course, then the City fans just didn't like him anymore. So 41, still playing football. Nice work if you can get it. I'm sure he's on good money. Yeah, it's a bit late on tonight, so I'm not expecting views to be absolutely massive. If anybody has popped there in to see what's going on, we're playing the console version of Football Manager 2026, playing it on the PS5, and I am managing Fiorentina over in Italy. I mean, if you are new to the channel, if you'd like to subscribe, hit the notification bell and give me a like, that would be absolutely fantastic. Helps the channel no end. Oh, well, I've been on. Well, I keep fluctuating. I pick up a couple of subscribers and I lose a couple of subscribers. So yesterday I was on 1390. I've just gone on now, and I'm on 1389, so I've lost one. You can't please some people. But normally on a live stream, I normally pick up an extra like 3 or 4, which is quite handy. And that's not ideal, is it? That is not ideal. Here we go again. So we've got a 2-0 lead, but then Sassuolo, how have they done in the game? Let's have a look. It's the first shot on target. First shot on target and it goes in. LeBron James' 41, still playing. Maybe there's a bet or something. I mean, to be fair, I don't know. Sometimes you get reports, don't you, that a player said something or whatever. Not even a football player, anybody in the media, and then it gets blown out of all proportion. Maybe he said that, maybe he hasn't. I don't know. But it's. I always like James Milner. He's a good all-round player. It's always, you know, he always gives 100%. I've always quite liked him. Don't have a problem with him, really. Right, who are we going to bring in? Fagioli can come in there. 2 wing backs need changing. So that's Hendricks, who I brought in. If he's there. Yep, Hendricks. And the Wonder Kid's tired. Have we still got Juranovic? Or not? Yes, we have. How many changes is that? 4. Shall we make 5? No, we'll leave it at 4. I've noticed as well, creeping in, I'm getting a few late injuries in the game, particularly when I've made 5 subs. It happened to me today on the Wigan save. I think we might drop defensive, you know. Let's just drop defensive. Oh, I've got the banhammer ready, Andy. The banhammer is here. Surprised that we managed to draw against Arsenal. You know what, Stuart? So I had this conversation with myself before. Oh my God. I watch a lot of City vloggers, and you know, they're a good watch. Keeps you informed and keeps you informed of supporters' opinions and stuff. But they've all been jumping up and down today about the fact that Arsenal dropped points. Oh, we're back in it. We're back in it. We're back in there. And I'm like, they didn't play Stockport County. They played Liverpool. Liverpool, okay, they're not having the greatest time at the moment, but they are one of the best clubs in Europe, Liverpool. How can you be jumping up and down about the fact that we need to concentrate on our team? Stop jumping up and down. Stop all this childish banter. Let's get our team playing as well as they can do. Because at the moment, Foden's off it by a mile. Haaland is not scoring. I mean, there's lots of other things going on as well. Players not playing well, out of position, and all that. Let's concentrate on that. I mean, the fact that Liverpool, who's surprised that Liverpool got a draw at Arsenal? I'm not. Not at all. What we need to worry about is when we go to Anfield. Because will we beat Liverpool? No, we won't. That'll be the one where we lose the league. We got to go to Old Trafford. Will we win that? No, we won't. Not playing like we are at the moment. Those are the games we need to be worrying about. Not Arsenal and Liverpool and whether Arsenal have dropped points. Right, we did get the... I've done a bit of ranting there. You know what? I noticed that a few streams ago. If I go on a bit of a rant, we win a game and it stops me from fiddling with the team. Wrexham 2-0 up against Forest in the Cup. How are... let's just slow the game down. Yeah, well, I mean, I didn't watch the game. I make a point of not watching Liverpool or Arsenal if I can help it. Wrexham 2-0 up against Forest in the Cup. Right. How are North End doing against... who are they playing? Wigan. How are North End doing against Wigan? Because my 2 grandsons have gone to that tonight. Right, okay, so we've got a win there. Milinkovic-Savic let a goal in, so not ideal. And what I should have done there is I should have... It might be too late now, but I don't know about rest periods. Oh, we're playing Inter Milan in 5 days. Is there 5 days between games there? 6. Oh, that's all right. That's plenty of time. Currently 0-0. Yeah, I mean, he won't last 2 minutes there, will he, Stuart? There are managers who just go around, come around, go around, and you know they're not going to last very long. He won't last 2 minutes at Forest. Particularly with that chairman as well. You won't last 2 minutes there. Okay, Sven, thanks for that. Currently 0-0. What happens in the FA Cup then? Is that there's no replays anymore? Does it go straight to penalties? Which, of course, once again, is great for the teams in the Premier League, not so great for the little teams. Because Exeter, who we play tomorrow, they're fan-owned, aren't they? There's been some discussion about whether City should actually give them a bigger slice of the pie tomorrow. Wrexham might actually meet there, and that'll be 4 straight promotion if they can pull off a miracle. That's FM level shenanigans. Yeah, but you know what, Mike? If they get in the Premier League, they'll be called cheats. Well, maybe they won't do. I mean, the only team that get called cheats are City, aren't they? You know, no matter what other teams are doing. Yeah, I could go on another rant there, but I won't do. Right, okay. So that's a good win, actually. That was a good win. Cherky set for huge transfer. If FM is it's extra time, then penalties. Oh, of course, extra time. Yeah. You see, it's all wrong this now, though, isn't it? It's all wrong, you know. The days of, you know, like the smaller clubs, like Exeter. That's a good example. City get Exeter at home. If Exeter could get a draw in the old days, they would get a replay at their place, and they'd make a lot of money out of it, which is really important for these lower league clubs. But of course, what the leagues do these days is, if a club can't pay its way, or they're on the verge of bankruptcy, what do? They dock them 12 points. It's like counterproductive. Why don't you bring back the old ways and we can give them some money that would help them? I don't understand why these little clubs are just left to drift. I mean, if I was the chairman of Manchester City, I would be giving the local clubs some money. The likes of Bury, I'd give them some money because, you know, it's grassroots football. We got Colin Bell from Bury, you know, so we've got a bit of a debt to play to Bury because... But anyway, you've not heard my rants on if I was Prime Minister and stuff like that. Those are for another day. Believe me, when I get on my soapbox, I get on my soapbox. Okay, well, we're third in the league at the moment, and apparently Cherky's going to Manchester City. Who knew? I'm glad we're out of that transfer window now. I don't like doing transfers online. I really don't. Right, let's have a look at the inbox. What's going on here? Vintage display. Apparently there's a vintage display. Beltran shines. Makes his debut. All eyes on Locatelli. Player of the week. Lucas Beltran. Okay, fine. Seattle make Maguire offer. Here. Team of the week. Injury updates. Attracting Fiorentina attracting interest amid takeover rumours. Okay. I mean, I would have thought we'd have been quite an attractive bet for a takeover. We've got 14 million in the bank. We're third in Serie A. We are third in Serie A, aren't we? Yep. Juventus 2 points behind us. 46. So what's that? 7, isn't it? 7. We're 7 points off the top. The other side to it, though, in some clubs lose money when they have to open their stadium. They lose money when they open the ground, do they really? Everyone wants to reach FA Cup third round draw. United away at Old Trafford. Off the gate seats, 70,000 over the club for the next 10 years. So Andy's saying, how's that going to help them? How's that going to help who? What, having FA Cup replays, you mean? Right, okay. We've got Inter Milan next, so that's going to be a difficult game. I'm guessing it's at their place as well. Yeah, it's a good point, Andy. Yeah, it's a good point, I suppose. I just kind of feel like I don't know. I mean, I suppose it's a difficult conversation, but I just kind of feel like, you see, I mean, I don't know whether it doesn't happen that much these days, does it? That, you know, I mean, Liverpool used to do it a lot, didn't they? They would dip into the lower leagues and bring through a young player, and really, you know, you kind of need to keep that grassroots going. And I don't know whether it happens. I'm not sure, but like the Premier League is awash with money. I don't understand why some of that is not given to the you know, the lower leagues and grassroots. I know it's not as easy as that. I know it's right. The chairman is looking to step aside. Okay. They when they open a ground, I was being forced to play replay against one board. Going to help them. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Ian Rush was from Wrexham, I think. Barnes from Watford. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I just feel like I feel like the wealthier clubs in the Premier League should look after those teams. Sign a couple of lads from Crewe, you know. Yeah, I mean, like, you know, for instance, up here in the north, I find it a bit of a scandal that like Bury was allowed to go into administration and then go out of business. You know, you've got two Manchester clubs very near. Could they not have helped out or something? I mean, okay, I suppose it might be against the rules. I'm not sure, but you know, football, because as I suppose this is the thing, isn't it? Football has become more of a business now, and you can't just be handing money to another business to keep them going. Whereas in years gone by, it was all about the, you know, right, okay, there's a young kid at Bury who we really like, and you know, we're going to sign him or whatever. But you need to keep that going. You need to keep that conveyor belt going. Maybe it is the whole business thing now. I don't know. Hiya, Cog Marvel. How are you doing, mate? They should, but they should own by the whole countries or billionaire businesses as well. Oh, Andy. Oh, we're getting a bit political here. I mean, there is no doubt about it. You know, I've said this before on my live stream, but when my brother was alive, we used to have so many conversations about the money that had come into City. My brother was, you know, he was kind of, I don't think he would have ever done it, but he quite a few times he said, you know what, I don't know whether my heart's, and he was a massive Manchester City fan, and he said, I don't know whether my heart's in this anymore. There's just far too much money in it. Like Haaland's earning £500,000 a week. You know, he's a bloke, he's got 2 legs and 2 arms. He's like the rest of us. £500,000 a week. It's obscene, really. The amount of money that's in football is obscene. I don't know. Right, let's have a look at this again. Need to concentrate on the game a little bit. Right, I think we're just going to play the same team. Yeah, it is. It's ridiculous. like I say, I had these conversations with my brother, and you know, I said to him quite a few times, the reality is we're both avid Manchester City fans. I mean, my dad started taking me when I was about 8 or 9, and he did the same with my brother. And we both, like I say, I was at Newcastle in 1968 when we won the old First Division. I was in the paddock with my dad at St James Park. So I'm not just a City fan who's jumped on the bandwagon in the last 10 years. I've seen them through thick and thin. And I said to him, well, so what do we do then? Do we just stop supporting, stop watching because there's loads of money in it? I mean, I don't know. Is that down to principles? I'm not sure, really. Yeah, we'll go into that, yeah. Yeah, I learned all about this when I was managing in the Bundesliga, Andy, and it is quite a decent concept, isn't it, that they have over there? And you're right, Andy. It's just, I mean, so a good, for instance, not that many years ago, for a European tie at the Etihad, they used to have a policy of children with a paying adult would get in for like 10 quid, something like that. My son-in-law inquired for the Leverkusen Champions League game that we played a few weeks or a month ago or so, and he wanted to buy tickets for us all. So I think there was it 3 adults and 2 kids, something like that, and it was £580. And you're like, what? And we lost that game. We lost it 2-0. Yeah, I know, Mike. I know. Yeah, it's the more you dig into it, the more it gets a bit seedy, and you do start, your mind starts ticking over again. Is, well, should I be supporting this or what? Go on, Golsons. Oh, lovely ball. Oh, Moyes, lad. And yeah, it was. Yeah, I think the kids were about 90 quid each, and then the adults obviously were a bit more. Oh, I mean, tell me about it, Stuart. And the world's gone mad, hasn't it? The world's gone absolutely mad. It just doesn't make any sense at all, a lot of this. It really doesn't. See, there, I mean, there again, you see, like, I'm not sure what I see. Well, I think my son-in-law did look at season tickets for the Etihad, but A, you can't get them, and B, they're just astronomical. So, obviously, we live in Preston. So he bought a season ticket for himself and my 2 grandsons, and I think he's paid for the 3. I think it's about 350 quid, I think, for the 3 of them for the season, for season tickets. And of course, then the lads can get to go along and see the local team playing. And to be fair, this season, North End are not doing too bad, actually. We've actually scored here against Inter Milan. Absolutely disgraceful for a knockabout, Andy. A knockabout. But yeah, but it is. Some of the prices have just. The problem is, and it's like a lot of things in life, isn't it? If we're stupid enough to pay the money, they'll charge it, If ticket sales were like flat zero, they'd have to bring them down an awful lot, wouldn't they? I mean, I don't know how are people getting that money together? How does the ordinary working man get thousands and thousands of pounds like that to go and watch your team at the World Cup? Come on, there's the goal scorer. Get a ball in the box. Come on, you've got 3 men to aim at. Oh! How much the season ticket is for LFC women? I would imagine. Right, let me have a guess. Let me have a guess. Let me have a guess. I'm going to say 280 quid. 280 quid. And that might be over the top. Hiya Alex, mate. How are you doing? How did your little break go? Did you have a good rest? You're right, Stuart. Yeah, it could be that, couldn't it? There could be a lot of corporate people there who are not going to create an atmosphere. Way over the top. 70 quid? You're joking. Mind, once again, my son-in-law took us to see City Women. So how many of there was? There was 3 grandkids and 3 adults. Yeah, so there was 3 adults, 3 of my grandkids. I think it cost him for the game. We played Everton, I think it was. And it was about 32 quid, I think. Yeah, it's bonkers, isn't it? You've got an epic tale of woe. Go on, Alex. What's your epic tale of woe? Defense. Yeah. They have some weird terms, don't they, the Yanks? Absolutely. Gives me all home games, even cup. Bloody hell. I mean, there's 2 sides to that, isn't there, Andy? One side is that's great because, you know, like, well, I was going to say young girls, but I suppose the lads as well, but particularly like the young females who want to go and watch the women's football and get into it themselves and maybe play football and get an interest. It's great because like 70 quid, fantastic. The other side of it is that kind of devalues the women's game, doesn't it, really? In many ways. It's a bit of a shame, I don't know. Right, address the team. Obviously pleased. Any tiredness? No. I haven't got a clue what's going on the pitch tonight. Not a clue. Right, second half. We're actually doing all right. We've got 1, 2, 3. We've got 4 players on green stats. Kalali's on an 8.2. Oh, nice footwork. All right, turned into... Oh, yeah, of course, yeah, you were going to see that Brisbane-Auckland game, weren't you? Come on, lads. It's Inter Milan this that we're playing here. Yeah, you see. They were always going to score, weren't they? They were always going to score. Don't know whether I should have dropped defensive before that goal went in. We've had 14 shots, 7 on target in this game. Got an XG 1.52. This is mad. We've had 9 corners. Right, we are looking a little bit tired. Let's have a look. We rented a place with a pool via Airbnb. I thought you said it had all gone pear-shaped, Alex. That sounds like heaven. Oh, the pool was filthy. I jumped in too quick there. Oh my God, look at my team. Look at my team. Right, both wingers need... right, Rubinho can come on that side. Kalali. Tapia. I brought Tapia in, didn't I? He can come in over there. 2 more changes. I think we might have to change both DMs. Fagioli can come on. Mandragora can come on as well. That's 5 changes. I mean, I might drop to a cautious mentality. A point at Inter Milan is not bad. And you never know, we might be able to nick one off a cautious mentality. My geography wrong, Mike. The shower in the bathroom was broken. Oh my God, Alex. Keep it light, mate. Keep it light. God. And last night the other shower started leaking into the lounge room downstairs. Oh, Gordon Bennett. But apart from that, hey up, Duvicas has scored. It's 2-1. But apart from that, Alex, was everything okay? Right, we'd straight away we'd drop into defensive. Right, I want to do a little bit of out of possession instructions. No, it's not out of possession, is it? We're on high press. Let's do a low block. Defensive line. Lower. That's okay, I think. Wrong one. It helps sometimes if you press the right buttons, doesn't it? If you press the right buttons, I find it helps an awful lot. Time wasting, yep, more often. Tempo. Let's just drop the tempo a little bit. Right. Okay, we're going to... sounds like a classic comedy family vacation, Alex. Yeah, you sure it was you didn't book in at Faulty Towers, Alex? Do you call a tap or a valve? It's a tap. A tap's a tap. It's not a valve, is it? If water comes out of it, it's a tap. Oh my God. Here you have a Greek lad, make sure you pay his wages on time or he'll go on strike within 5 seconds. Local joke. Oh God. Yeah, we do want to do that. If anybody's popped the head in to have a look what's going on, we're playing the console version of Football Manager 2026. Specifically on the PS5. I am managing Fiorentina over in Italy and they're doing okay at the moment. If anybody is in the stream, if you could subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell and give me a like, that would help the channel no end. And I would be very grateful for that. Just a minute. I'm going to have to... Let me just pause this. I can't keep up with it. Because the owner kept asking whether we checked the valve in the bathroom. Turned out they were asking whether we turned the tap on. Someone tells you your shower isn't working. They've already turned the tap on. Yeah, it's definitely a tap, Alex. But then we are on the other side of the world, aren't we? So, right, okay, let's go. 15 minutes left. We are beating Inter Milan here, 2-1. We've had 21 shots, 10 on target, and next year 2.30 against Inter Milan. I mean, can we do this? Can we? Right, they've got a really high press on here. Don't hoof it long, Savic. Do not hoof it long. He's going to hoof it long. He has gone long. Coming straight back at us. I knew it would do. Here we go. Fornals is in. Back of the net. 2-2. Great. We call them taps too. That's a bit of a shame. That is a bit of a shame. 2-2. We had that 2-1 as well. 21 shots, 10 on target. It's going through a 2-2. I mean, it's not a bad result, but we were winning that twice. Two, not a bad result. Do we say we pleased? Yeah, we say we're pleased. Right, hold on now. What we're going to do here? Right, I need to put some rest time in. Good point at San Siro. It is, Stuart. Yeah, but we actually had 3 points there. We had 3 points and then we didn't. Frustrating that. Okay, we've got a game against. Oh, is this in the Europa League? Oh no, it's not. No, it's not. What's happening with Europa League now? We are in the Europa League, aren't we? Oh, it's there. Europa League. Right. Oh, I guess because we qualified, haven't we? I guess the playoffs are taking place, aren't they? Right. Okay. US Lecce. Right. Okay. We need to. We're going to put some. 12. So it's 8 days, but I'm going to give them a few days off. I think. Squad. Right, let's do that. So if anybody is in the is in the stream watching and you're thinking about whether to buy the console version or whether you've got it already, you're having trouble with the controller. I'm playing with a keyboard and mouse, and resting players is so easy because all you need to do is do that, press shift. And you can rest all your players. Now, last time I used a controller, you couldn't do that. What we're doing here, we're doing resting players, aren't we? You know what? We'll give them 3 days off, I think. So that's just a little tip for anybody who's playing the console version with the controller and struggling with it. I don't know whether they fixed it yet. Last time I tried it, they hadn't. So keyboard and mouse works an absolute treat. Mine's a Logitech one. It's a bundle, so it works off one dongle. Stick that in the PS, a receiver, I should say. Stick it in the PS5 and away you go. Or the Xbox, obviously. Oh, we've had the dreaded message. No, no. Oh, the dreaded message has come in. Right, okay. Missed a chance to win. See, look, even the game thought we should be winning that. 9 unbeaten for Fiorentina following draw. That's the kiss of death. It's the one message you just don't want to see. Okay, in takeover talks, of appointing a new chairperson. Okay, so we're not getting any new money in then. Right, I'll tell you what, might be worth giving it a bit of a save, eh? Oh, bloody hell, Alex. It's a shame when stuff like that happens, isn't it? You know, you've saved up for something like that and you go away and then, you know, it's not great, is it really? I mean, to be fair, up to now tonight, nothing has broken or the fixture list is populating. That result's just gone in, so everything seems to be working at the moment. So things are ticking over quite nicely. There's been a breakthrough in the AFC Fiorentina takeover talks. I mean, it's not going to be a tycoon takeover. This is it. Sorts of represented on this meeting includes some helpful information. Thank you for using recent ownership. There's a problem. I've seen that before. That and it's not a text size thing. That's a bug in the game. That there's no plans to provide the club with any investment at this stage. Thanks very much for that. New board, sever the boat club has severed ties with one of the clubs and that's our following. Okay, don't really mean much to me, but fine. All I'm interested in, if there's a new board comes in, am I getting any more money? Obviously not. What is the financial situation? Alright, we've got quite a bit of wage budget, haven't we? No transfer budget, although that can be manipulated. Okay. Getting a lot of emails coming in. You have 53 affiliated clubs. That's a bureaucratic nightmare. Did we? I didn't even notice that. Oh yeah. 53 affiliated clubs. How does that work? It's amazing the stuff that you lads see and I never see. I need to got Specsavers. Right, we should be all nicely rested. hopefully. I think same team again. We seem to be doing all right, don't we? We seem to be playing really well, so... Silver's on a fitness. It might be worth bringing Silver on, actually. Who can we bring him in place of? One of the keepers. We don't need 2 keepers on the bench, do we? Okay, give it a save. So this little run that we're in, we lost the quarter final, we won a league game, and then we've drawn a league game. I know, it was Inter Milan, but we need to get back into winning ways. Only 53. Right, come on. We should be winning this one very, very easily indeed. There should be none of this 1-0 malarkey. Let's get 3 or 4 goals past this lot, and then we can move on. I mean, we played really well against Inter Milan there, so in theory you would think that we would do these quite easily. Right. Okay, back in the purple shirts again. I kind of quite like this kit. It's all right, isn't it? Wouldn't mind a purple shirt. I don't know as well, whether we're gonna... Let's go positive. Well, we've had 3 shots, 4 now, only 1 on target. Well, I don't think we're going to get the 3 or 4-0, are we? They've done absolutely nothing yet. I don't even think they've got off the bus yet. 0 shots. Battering them, but not getting the ball in the back of the net. Oh, they've just woken up. 2 shots, 1 on target. Dear me, that was a bit too close for comfort. Just a yellow. Good ball. Getting to half time 0-0. Yeah, I think we are going to say disappointed. Not very happy with that at all. Right, come up. Kick up the shorts. Let's see if we can do something in the second half. Go on, Beltran. Oh, nice. Oh, nice again. Oh, what a goal. What a goal from Beltran. He did 2 players there and then stuck it in the bottom corner. Look at this. And again. Did he hit that with the outside of his right boot? He did as well. Outside of his right boot, just to show off. Nice. I'm going to leave it on positive as well. Can we have another 2 or 3 now? Because Beltran the baller, exactly. Although they've come back into it now. They've had 5 shots and 2 on target. So, and it's still only 1 bloody nil. Come on, FM. It's a good side, this. Let us score 3 or 4 goals. Well, you know, it's... Right, go on. Give me Beltran. Wrexham 3, Forest 3. Bloody hell. Penalty. How's North End doing? Is it still 0-0? Penalty awarded. Is Keane taking this? Take your time. No, Beltran's taking it. Back of the net. 2 goals for him. Nice penalty as well. Nice height. 1-0 to Wigan. Oh, God. They won't be happy about that. Yeah, I'd like to get my grandsons to the Etihad, but I don't have the stamina these days to do it. I couldn't do all of the walking and stuff. I'd love to get them there. It'd be a bit of a dream to get them there, but it'd be too much for me, I think. Because it's all right going watching North End, but then there's nothing like Premier League football, is there? Although, to be fair, City at the moment are not a great watch. Get yourself a scooter. I wonder if they'd let me in the Etihad with a scooter. They have them spirals though at the Etihad that you have to walk. I mean, I have been told that, you know, okay, fine, you know, it's there'll be a lift and stuff. But my luck would be the lifts would be broken the day I went. I don't think I made any changes in that game again. I've done it again, haven't I? Right, we are delighted. We're going to have to give the players rest again because I failed to make any changes in that game at all. Right, who we're playing next? Can I get a disability pass? No, I can't, Alex. No. Got tickets to Liverpool, home to Barnsley, but it's on Monday night, so go to college. Dad's got to work. Liverpool is 4 hours away. Just need to sell them now. I think that shouldn't be too difficult, should it, Stuart? Right, hold on. What am I doing here? I'm trying to see who we're playing next on the 23rd. Right, okay, that's a bit... thoughts on Semenyo transfer? Pretty expensive for Doku's backup. Gay will be nice. Hope you guys catch us after the Martinelli incident last night. I'm rooting against them. Yeah, that Martinelli thing was a bit naughty, wasn't it? Although apparently he has messaged the lad, hasn't he, and said he didn't realise how serious it was. I don't. I mean, Semenyo is not Doku's backup. Semenyo will be playing on the right hand side, so we'll have Doku on the left, Semenyo on the right. It's Oscar Bob and Savinho who are the ones who are going to miss out, I think, now. Or we can play. He's either footed, isn't he? So he can play either side. All right, thanks for that, Andy. Thank you, mate. Thanks for coming in. Insanity, what are your thoughts on Newcastle? Do you think Oscar Bob could be a decent signing on loan for them? I haven't heard that one, Insanity. I've not heard that one at all. I do know that there are... I think that his preferred destination would be Dortmund. I think Dortmund are in for him. But I've not heard that one. He's a bit lightweight, Oscar Bob. His footwork when he gets in the penalty area can be immense. But he's a bit lightweight. So, I mean, when we played Newcastle and they beat us, Newcastle bullied us off the pitch, which is fine. I'm not complaining about that. So I think they've got that. I don't know whether he would fit in with Newcastle really with their physicality. I'm not sure. Don't know. But my thoughts on Newcastle. I do like Newcastle. I like their fans. And I think that basically, I mean, we were talking a bit tonight about the money and whether you agree with countries owning or money and this and that and the other, you know. But I personally, I think the Premier League on all the red shirts in the Premier League have screwed Newcastle to the ground because they saw what City did and they brought rules and regulations in to stop Newcastle from doing that. So I feel really sorry for Newcastle. Because Newcastle, there again, I mean, I've had this conversation with Jay, who comes in very often. I don't think that their manager, he's a great manager. I don't think he's a manager to take them to the next level. I think they might need to start looking at somebody who has got more experience playing in bigger games, European games. That's my personal opinion. But I do feel sorry for Newcastle in many ways. Although we have got them in the Caribou Cup, haven't we? We've got a semi-final against them home and away. Right, what are we doing here? We're doing the squad, aren't we? I can only give them a day's rest, I think. And that's all because I'm not concentrating very well tonight. And I failed to make any substitutions in that last game. Bit of a faux pas there. Bit of a faux pas. What time is it? I'm going to do it about another half an hour. I think I'm going to call it a little bit early tonight. Right, let's... yeah, we're going to do about another half an hour, I think. And then play another maybe two, possibly 3 games. Right, let's have a look. I like Semenyo. He tracks back much more than Doku. I like Eddie Howe. He's basically a football manager story from the lower leagues to the Champions League. Yeah, but it's like... I don't know. I do like Eddie Howe. I very, very much like him. But I kind of feel like Eddie Howe is... I mean, what level would I say? I don't know really. I don't think he's Newcastle level. Newcastle now with the money that they've got behind them and their fan base, which is immense, they should be challenging now for the Premier League title, for cups, for European titles. They should be getting there, but they have been screwed a lot. And I don't know. It's. But yeah, I've heard that about Semenyo. He does track back. He works very, very hard, doesn't he? Hiya, Jacob, mate. You all right? How's it going? I mean, you know, only time will tell. At the moment, I'm a bit I'm a bit disgruntled as a City fan because we're spending money, and like when Reinders came in, I thought, right, we've got Italian midfielder of the season last season coming in. First couple of games he looked really good, and then he's dropped right off the pace. Cherky, I don't know whether Cherky is a Pep Guardiola type player because he's already said he drives him mad. So he doesn't like all the flicks and tricks. I mean, that Rabona that he did in that game for Foden to get the header, he didn't like that. He really didn't like it. I mean, he celebrated the goal, but he didn't like what Cherky did. And I think Cherky's the type of player who, if you've got a team that is ticking over like a well-oiled clock and is going for it every game, stick Cherky in there and he's just an added piece of the jigsaw. At the moment for City, I'm not quite sure, because at the moment we need stop the tricks and flicks. We need to be playing, a bit more structured football. It's just not clicking at the moment. Weren't strict about needing to make money to spend money. Newcastle will be there already. In theory, they have more money. They have. I think, are they not the richest club in the world or something, Newcastle? They're certainly the richest club in the Premier League, but they can't spend it. So, but I mean, at the end of the day, I'm speaking as a Manchester City fan because we've been there, we've done that, and we won all the trophies. If you're a Brighton fan or a Notts Forest fan or a Bournemouth fan, you'd have a completely different view on it. You would be saying, well, I don't want Newcastle to have all the money. I don't want them to be winning loads of stuff. See, I'm only saying that with the view of being a Manchester City fan. So I've kind of got a little bit of a biased view on it, really. Hiya, Grant. Are you all right? How's it going? Grant, I've got you written down, Grant. I've got it written down here. I've got names written down now, and I've got the Christian names next to them, so I know who you are now. I'm not going to get mixed up in future. How's it going, Grant? I mean, Jacob came in there and said hello. How you doing? Oh, he's come here. Good, thanks. Been playing FM console this evening. Got promoted from the Championship to the Premier League. So I'm in a good mood doing that. What team are you playing with, managing Jacob? Yeah, it's going all right, Grant. It's going all right at the moment. We're doing okay. But we have had the dreaded message that we're on a 9-game unbeaten run. I'm a Newcastle fan. We have the richest owners, but can't spend much of it without selling for PSR. Yeah, I know. Hey, up, is that a Manchester City fan in the? It's the first Manchester City fan we've had in the chat. SBO. Hello, old dude. Knowing an old man like you're playing video games. I know! I'm as old as the hills. I'm 73. Look at it's bonkers. I'm surprised I'm managing to speak and not dribble down my chin. It's amazing. What it is, you see, it's the tablets. Keep taking the tablets and you're fine. Swansea City. Oh, that's good. Yeah, well done. Well done, Jacob. Nice. How are you finding the console version then? I'm enjoying playing a bit. I find you play more games than doing anything else. Yeah, I mean, I quite like it. I don't quite like the console version. There's one or two things that need fixing, but I'm quite enjoying it. Yeah, I do. So if you're a Newcastle fan, then insanity, right? So I mean, it must be really frustrating, as a Newcastle fan, and you've seen what Manchester City have done. I mean, I'm not defending City here. I don't agree with the amount of money that's swirling around football at the moment. £500,000 for a footballer a week is just nuts. So I'm not defending it at all. But as a Newcastle fan, you must be sitting there thinking, look what City have done with all the money that they've had. They've been allowed to do this, and this. and they've won trophies, and then we've got the money and we can't do anything. Must be infuriating. Yeah. Well, it's nice to have a fellow Manchester City fan in the chat. How long have I been a City fan, Insanity? I was at your club, St James Park, in 1968 in the paddock with my dad, watching City and obviously playing Newcastle, and we won the First Division, 1968. And then I went to Wembley the season after with him. Stood behind one of the goals to watch us beat Leicester in the FA Cup. So that's how long I've been a City fan. Yeah, I'm not a new age one. Since 2018 April, right? Okay. I don't do any change to the stuff. I don't think I go back to the PC now. I mean, that's it. That's interesting that you should say that, Grant. That is interesting, that. I don't think I would either, really. I mean, there are things that, like the staffing is ridiculously stupid in the console version. I mean, there are some things that are a bit silly, but it is what it is, isn't it? I've said for ages and ages now, all I want Sports Interactive to do is make this a management simulation. Don't make it a computer game, make it a management simulation, and then I'm quite happy. You won't get any complaints from me. Oh, you're a Swansea City fan. Oh, well, that's what I was saying before about taking your home club and then taking them through and winning the Champions League with them. I mean, that's great, isn't it, really? Putting it Xbox, no, Series X for Christmas compared to that. How fast FM is the Series X? Oh, really? I mean, I've never had an Xbox, so I wouldn't know, Jacob. Wouldn't know. But it's good that you're enjoying it. Like I say, I will get round to doing some tutorials at some stage. So the money has helped improve us massive from where we're been through the city. Yeah, well, I mean, we've got this ridiculous 115, haven't we? I mean, when we're cleared, and we will get cleared, there's nothing there to see. I mean, it's just once again the Premier League and the red shirts are trying to screw us to the ground. There's nothing there to see. But when we get cleared, we'll still get called cheats because it sticks, doesn't it? Really. So shocking about Fiorentina. So SBO. So I was at Palermo and I got offered the Fiorentina job. I've not even done a complete season with them. This is my first season with them. I took them over in about end of December or something like that. And I had a look at the bank balance, and there was there 460 million in there, I think, something like that. And I had a look at the player sales. They sold De Gea for 40 million. So that's why we've got a big bank balance. They brought two. This is in game. They brought two on loan goalkeepers in to cover for De Gea going. That's missing from the console version. I didn't bother with anyway. See, that's the other thing, isn't it, Mike? That is the other thing. It's. I mean, I don't know about everybody in the chat, but it's like shouts. So, I didn't really use shouts before, and then they took them out, and then everybody were like, "Oh my God, we need the shouts back." They don't work. They don't work for me. I've tried them. They just don't work. They make no bloody difference. So everybody's shouting about it, and then I'm guessing, I'd like to know what the percentage of people who wanted the shouts back are actually using them now, because from what I can see, they don't bloody work. Well, Insanity, you said it, the Red Cartel, but, we all have our own thoughts, don't we? But it's quite interesting that obviously being a City fan and being a City fan for so long, and I watch all the City vloggers and I read a lot of the City, like fan zines and things like that. And of course, we came out with this saying like the Red Cartel, and when you start reading it, you're thinking, okay, but let's have an open mind. Is that right? Is it wrong? But then Newcastle fans, I started watching a few of their vlogs, and they were using the same, the same expression, and it's like there's no smoke without fire. Yeah, but is it a training game though, SBO? Is it a training game? I mean, the way we're playing at the moment, it wouldn't at all surprise me if Exeter didn't do us. Shouts work, but they don't work like people think they would. Right. I mean, the way I view shouts is, if you do a shout, I mean, not every time. We know that you can scream and bawl from the touchline at players. It doesn't mean to say they're going to do it. But now and again, it would be nice to do a demand more, and you actually then get a highlight and you see your players busting a goal. That's all I'm asking for. I don't expect a goal. I don't expect, just demand more. Let's see something. I never once seen anything. Never once. I've been losing games 1-0, 2-0, whatever, 2-1. Done demand more. We still lost the game. Like I say, I don't expect it to be a magic button, but I'd like to see a highlight and just see something happen. Even if we're like you're losing 2-1, demand more. You get a highlight and your team's pressing like mad and a shot pings the top of the crossbar. Fantastic. Brilliant. I can see something for it. Never, not in my opinion. I don't know. Arsenal so annoys every Premier League team. Smith is dirty. Yeah, I mean, you know what? What I was surprised about, Chelsea, because Gvardiol ended up with a broken leg after that game. I think it surprised everybody. But Rodri had his foot stood on at least 2 or 3 times in the game. I mean, every time he goes down, you wince. I thought Chelsea were a bit of a dirty side. Have you seen much of Louis Smiley at Newcastle? He's very good, and he's a player that Phil Foden is. We're a very good player. Yeah, no, I haven't. Insanity, no. I mean, Phil Foden needs to step up again. Michael's born in '84. I had a soft spot for United because of those late '90 teams when I started watching football and played Football Manager after that. During the Rooney and Ronaldo era, I lost interest. Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, United and me just. I mean, I'm a Mancunian. I was born in Manchester, and I didn't leave Manchester till I was like 20. So when I got married, yeah, I mean, I've got stories. They're not very nice stories about United fans when I've been at Old Trafford and stuff. They're not very nice to talk about on a live stream. Well, you just proved my point. You use demand more when you're losing. Use it when you're in the lead and they start to slack off. You use berate if you're losing or fire up if you're losing by a lot. Or FM24, yeah. I mean, one shout I would like would be encourage. Encourage would be a really good shout, but it's not there. So, Yorkie, as a Villa fan, one of us needs to catch Arsenal. It's probably not going to be us. I don't know, Yorkie. I don't know about that. Villa are playing well at the moment, and yeah, I don't know. I mean, like, once again, you know, like I say, I watch all the City vloggers. They were all jumping up and down this morning with glee. Oh, they've dropped points. Oh, we're back in the game. And it's Liverpool, for God's sake. Any team's going to drop points against Liverpool. If it was Stockport County, fine. Have a, you know, whooping and hollering. Oh, Stockport County have gone to the Emirates and got a draw. Great, fine. City need to step up. And the other thing, of course, City fans are saying at the moment is, oh, well, when we beat them at the Etihad, then we'll only be 3 points behind them. Yeah, but that's a tall order. You ain't beating Arsenal at the Etihad. Not with the way we're playing at the moment. What we need Arsenal to do is we need Arsenal to do their usual bottle job. January, February, drop off a cliff. Whether that'll happen or not, I don't know. Depends sneaky for now, but Semenyo come tell us there's a sort of big monster problem with finishing. Well, we hope so, don't we, SBO? The one big problem I have with football in that regard is, and this applies to any team, is that if a player is playing well for another team, doesn't matter who it is or what player, does that mean that that player only plays well in that style and formation? Because he's going to come to City, and I watched his interview before. Now, what did he say? He said something, and I thought, yeah, but Guardiola will train that out of you. What did he say now? Because Guardiola is well known for training things out of people that he doesn't like. I mean, I think if he's at City much longer, Cherky will stop all of the tricks and the flicks and everything because Guardiola doesn't like it. I mean, it makes what he is. That's the player he is, but he'll train it all out of him. So Semenyo, I can't remember what he said in his interview. He said something, and I can't remember what it was. But I thought, you know what, Guardiola will train that out of you. I don't know. You know, it's like Haaland gets loads of stick. But in the system that we play and the teams that we play against with like a back 11, it's really hard for Haaland to do anything. We don't play to his strengths. I did notice against Brighton that Donnarumma played 3 balls over the top for him to run onto. That needs perfecting more and doing more. But again, Guardiola doesn't like that. He doesn't like long ball football. He wants to pass the ball 100 times and then score the perfect tap-in at the end of it. And it depends with Semenyo. You know, if he gets to be able to run at defences. But you look at Doku. So, I mean, obviously I'm a City fan, so I watch it every week. You watch Doku, left wing, he gets the ball, and immediately he's got the full-back, and then another player comes in to mark him. So we've got 2 players, comes to him every single time. If Semenyo gets on that on the other side, he's either going to have to screw them both and get past them, because he's apparently quick and got strength. Is he going to do that? I don't know. I'm not sure. But he's certainly not going to be able to play the way that he did at Bournemouth, is he? He's not going to be able to play that way. So whether it'll be as effective as we hope, I hope he does. You just don't know, do you, really? Mike, I use fire up when we go down 1-0. I either turn the game around or my midfield hooligan gets a red card. Roy Keane. So you use fire. I mean, I've used fire up a few times. I usually use demand more. I'll try fire up and see if it makes any difference. Liverpool, Arsenal twice. It's time. Manchester City finally catch Arsenal 2 because Liverpool. I mean, it's difficult as a City fan because we can't complain, you know, can we? I mean, the trophies that we've won, we can't complain. And in my opinion, that team that we had that did the treble and won 4 Premier Leagues on the bounce, that's a generational team. You know, that will only, it might be another 10 years. It might never happen again, that kind of team. You know, we're trying to put something together now. Will it work as well as David Silva, Sergio Aguero, Kevin De Bruyne, Yaya Toure, Vincent Kompany? Will it work as well? I mean, Edison in goal. Donnarumma at the moment, to me, is a bit of a worry. I have to say, when he came in, supposedly best goalkeeper in the world, I'm thinking, oh, way up. We're going forward here. Donnarumma at the back. Haaland at the front. He's dropping a few clangers and he's trying to play that ball out. He can't play it anywhere near as Edison, as good as Edison. I don't know. I'm not sure. Yeah, Mike, I know. But he won't. This is Guardiola. This is the frustrating thing about Guardiola. Once again, I had this conversation so many times with my late brother about Guardiola. Great, fantastic. He's done amazing things for us. But what is frustration at not shooting? We play the ball around. 5 players around the penalty area. Tip, tap, tap, tap. Tap, 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 tap. Tap, 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 tap. Tap, 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 tap. Shoot the bloody thing. You know? Get down the side. Do we ever cross the ball? No. Never cross it in the ball. That's Guardiola. He said in an interview the other day that, I know it was a bit tongue-in-cheek, but he said in an interview the other day he wants his team to make 100 passes and then pass the ball into the back of the net. That's his... He wants to score the perfect goal every time. Drives me potty. And one of the things with shouts is that this is where player personalities come into play. Better personalities react better to shouts like demand more, berate and fire up. Well, I'm in the process, Alex. I am in the process of testing all of this out with personalities. Watch this space. I'm in the process. Right, what time is it now? I was meant to be playing another 3 games. I'm not kicked a ball yet. Right, where are we going here? Going to the match. Right, I do really want to be finished for 10 tonight if I can help it. So I might make this the last game of the night. I mean, I've got 138 views now on my analytics. If you are in the stream, if you've popped your head in, we are playing the console version of a Football Manager 2026. I'm playing it on the PS5. I'm using a keyboard and mouse, by the way. I'm not using the controller because for me that didn't work. Keyboard and mouse is the way to go. You can do a lot more things with it. But while you're here, if you'd like to subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell and give me a like. That would be very much appreciated. Yeah, well, that's the thing, SBO, isn't it? That's the thing. I mean, there's so many good points being brought up in the chat tonight. We may as well give up on Football Manager. That's the point, SBO, is that Guardiola will not... He'll not retire or walk away from City while we're in the state that we're in now. He's going to want to win, like, I don't know, a double or a treble or something like that. And then he can say, right, my job here is done, I'm off. If he leaves another season where we don't win anything at all, he's going to stay, isn't he? He's going to want to do it again. So, right, let's get this football match played. What the hell? I think I should start doing a live stream on just football chat because that's the way that this channel's going at the moment. Just football chat, any football chat. Right, let's get this game underway. Who are we playing here? Sampdoria. Right, so these are the other team that I was thinking. It was like Palermo or Sampdoria. So I was thinking of, but we have had that dreaded message that we've won. On an unbeaten nine game unbeaten run. We've had the dreaded message. So yeah, you're right. Yeah, I mean, the Barcelona style of football, I don't know how to phrase this in the right way. I mean, he had the players in. Let's put it that way. At Barcelona, he had the players to play that that style of tippy tappy. Beltran, lovely goal again. Yeah, he had the players there, whereas at City at the moment, he hasn't, has he? But then, I don't know. I mean, once again, it's very hard to have a moan and a cry and a groan about City because nobody's on your side. But, you know, at the end of the day, we are so unlucky with injuries. Last season, we had no defence at one point. It screwed last season, absolutely. This season now, Diaz is out for 6 weeks. Guardiola won't see again for the rest of the season. We've had to bring a player back from Watford who was on loan. And what are you meant to do about that? Hans Flick is one of the most underrated managers. Yeah. I mean, you're talking about this bloody Maresca for City. I don't know where that's come from. So that's meant to be one of the reasons why he got the bullet at Chelsea. Because apparently he'd been speaking to City and then they didn't like him, which obviously they wouldn't. So he got flirted. But I don't know why we'd be wanting to bring him in. I mean, he must be very highly thought of. I don't know. Yeah, you could look at it that way, Mike. You could look at it that way, yeah. But yes, I mean, once again, it's another thing about Guardiola's style. I mean, when it works, it's great. When it doesn't, it's bloody frustrating. I mean, you know, you get these, you watch a game, the commentators will flash these things up. Oh, Manchester City, 85% possession. And while they're saying that, we've done a 40 pass move that's got us nowhere, but we've passed the ball around. We've had the ball for like 3 minutes. And then all of a sudden, we give the ball away, it's up the other end, and it's a half chance or a goal or whatever within a split second. And you're like, you know what? In that 3 minutes you had the ball, you could probably have got the ball in the box 3 times and try and give us a chance to score. But instead, no, it's... I don't know what this assistant manager's doing, really. I mean, Guardiola came out with something the other day and he said, oh yeah, he's brought so much to the table. I've learnt so much from him. Okay, fine. I don't really... I mean, we have changed our style a little bit this season, but not that much. We're still not getting the ball in the box. We're still not getting the ball out to wide players early. I watched Liverpool play when Klopp was there, and that was their style, wasn't it? You know, they get that long diagonal raking ball out, you know, and they've got a centre forward there running. You've got your wide players moving. It was all fast, lovely football. At City, we just don't do that. And of course, this is where Semenyo would come into his own, and Doku, because Doku's bloody quick. If you give him that, instead of giving him the ball when there's 11 men behind the ball and passing it to him on the wing, and all he can do is pass it back inside, if you release that ball quick and get him running onto it, with his speed and his trickery, he could beat most defences. But again, we don't do that either. Right, address the team. We're winning 2-0, so we're doing all right, aren't we? Beltran again, you know, with a fine goal. Right, I'm definitely going to have to make some sub. OBS Studio disconnected, reconnecting. Connection successful. Well, I've just done a message there. OBS Studio was disconnecting. I don't know whether that's affected anybody or not. I definitely seem to pick more views up as the evening goes on. It was very, very slow early on, even though I came on late. But now I've got, I mean, I know I haven't 146 views, but on my analytics here, the numbers have really jumped up in the last half an hour. He also tried to play Manuel on midfield for a few games while he was at Bayern. I had to be talked out of it. I love the guy. He's quite the character. Pretty good footballer in his day too. Yeah, no. Tell me about it, SBO. Tell me about it. I just think, I don't know. I mean, are we going through one of those patches at the moment where, you know, Haaland's just trying his hardest, but it's not going in the back of the net? The voice seems to be delayed with the stream of your gameplay and camera. Now there's no voice. I think it will come back, I think it will come back. I've just had a message saying that it's been reconnected, so I think it will come back. I mean, I am finishing anyway, I think, after this game. I want to get a bit of an early finish tonight, so... Moises Keane's been chopped. Is that going to be a red card? Red card. Right, I'm going to make 4 changes. I need to give some players a bit of a rest. Okay, so Gosens is tired, so we can bring Hendricks on there. Who else is tired? Beltran is tired. That is Rubinho. And I think we'll give one of the strikers a bit of a rest as well. Dubikakis can come on for him. And we will make another change. I think we'll take Erline off because he's done a lot of work, hasn't he? Juranovic can come on for him. Right, 4 changes. Right, I'm not changing anything now as regards to mentality or anything because I did it in the Inter Milan game. I know Inter Milan are a different proposition, but it didn't do me much good, did it? Yeah, I just got a message popped up then about OBS, because I use OBS and it said that it disconnected momentarily, then it would reconnect. It was like seconds, really. Yeah, I mean, you're right, SBO. I mean, I looked at that team against Brighton, and okay, I mean, for me, Husanov is a great centre half. I love him. So really, the only player that we had in who you could say would be a bit of a weak link was Max Lane. But other than that, we had a kind of a full strength team out for that, and still couldn't do the job. One thing I think would change our situation a lot, and he won't do it, I know, but earlier on in the season, he seemed to be giving Doku a bit more of a free role, and Doku came inside. And when he came inside, he didn't have that fullback to deal with, and it kind of foxes the opposition, and he was getting in the penalty area and causing absolute havoc. And I thought, this is great, this is new, I love this. And then he stopped doing it. It's back on the wing. Whether Guardiola shouted at him and said, look, stop drifting in, I don't know. But Doku, for me, should come inside and then get in the penalty area. I mean, look at the penalty that he won. You know, that was coming inside, inside the penalty area, wasn't it? Looks like Keane's all right. That's a nice goal. Dubikakis just come on. 3-0 win. So this is mad. We are playing against 10 men. This is a little bit nicer. Okay, Stuart. Yeah, going to go to bed. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be too far off that myself because I've got a little bit of an earlier start tomorrow. So I am going to be... I'll call him this the last game of the night, which is fortunate because we're winning this one. And of course, as we all know, the rules of Football Manager are we always have to win the last game of the stream. So 23 shots, 7 on target. Conversion rate's still a bit low. I shouldn't be complaining. We've scored 3 goals, but Oh, nice take by Keane. Oh, that's nice. Oh, that's a lovely goal, you know. Juranovic coming up from right full-back. That's really nice. 4-0. This is a nice way to finish the evening off this. Right, I'm going to make that last change now. Hopefully we don't get another bloody injury. Right, one of the DMs, I think. One of the DMs. Is Fagioli injured? No, he's not. He's there. And we'll bring him on for Bianco. Okay, well, I think this is going to be the last game of the evening on this stream. A little bit earlier tonight. I'm going to have a bit of an early night tonight. But if you have been in the stream tonight, or if you just popped your head in, we do seem to be getting quite a few latecomers. We're playing the console version of Football Manager 2026, namely on the PS5. I am playing with a keyboard and mouse. As opposed to the controller. I find it much, much easier. You can do a lot more things with the keyboard and mouse as well, and a lot quicker. While you're here, if you could subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell, and also give me a like. And there is something new I've heard a few people talking about, and it's the hype. I think it's only available on you know, like phones and things like that. Don't think it's available on what's happened there? 5-1. Got a deflection there, didn't he? Yeah, there's a hype button or something if you're watching it on a phone or maybe an iPad or something like that. I think so. I only watch on my PC, so it's not on that version. So I don't know about the hype button, but I'm assured that it is there. 25 shots below 2 Pep Guardiola's teams. I don't care about. That was awful. And that's another. I was thinking about this, you know, when I was watching the Brighton game. So Guardiola is well known for, you know, his team will be winning 4-0 and he'll be having a go at players, and they'll come off the pitch and he's in deep conversation with them and reading the riot act. And I'm thinking, you know, okay, like Kevin De Bruyne. You can do it with Kevin De Bruyne because Kevin De Bruyne knows he's a great player. So he can either ignore what Guardiola says or he can take it on board. But he's fine. But if you're doing it with the younger players, does that affect them? You know? Because if a younger player thinks he's had a good game and then Guardiola says, right, you did this wrong, that wrong, well, I'll show you afterwards. Do it properly in the next game. Otherwise, is that going to affect him? I did think that against Brighton, because I mean, the squad age now he's getting a lot lower, isn't it? You know, like the likes of Cherky and stuff like that. He's still only young, and criticising him when he's maybe thought, well, I did a few good flicks and tricks here, and I created a goal, and then Guardiola has a go. Right, okay, we are delighted with that, and and I just need to make sure we're getting some rest period in here as well because games seem to be coming a bit thick and fast at the moment. I'm not sure how many games there are left in the season, actually. There's probably a few, but... Right, okay, we're playing Juventus in 4 days' time. So, right, we're going to give the squad 2 days rest then. 2 days rest. Shift. 2 days rest. Lovely jubbly. Right, okay, let's have a look at the league. We've actually... Oh, AC Milan have got a game in hand on us. Oh, that's a shame. We moved up into second place. We're actually only 4 points off the top now. And Bologna have won 3 of the last 5, lost and drawn the other 2. If we could put a run together now, although we have had the emails saying we're on a 9-game unbeaten run, if we could put a run together, we could potentially actually win Serie A. Have we got AC Milan and Bologna to play yet? Where are we? There we go. You see now, there's a perfect example of what is broken for me. So the fixture list is broken. The US Lecce result is not in. Sampdoria is not in. So the next game is Juventus. We're looking for Bologna and AC Milan. We played Bologna the game before last, but we've not got AC Milan to play. So, right, that's not been too bad, that. If Donnarumma takes a long kick, Haaland flicks the ball to Foden for an easy score. Pep will immediately sub them all out. It wouldn't surprise me. You make a good point there, Mike. I noticed that. I did notice that. So why are we not playing that way? Because Haaland, with his strength and his height, get Donnarumma to stick it on his head. He did it about 3 times, didn't he? And he won the ball in the air and flicked it on. Who's running for it? Nobody. So, I mean, you know, is Guardiola telling them you can't play like that? I don't want to play like that. I don't know. My personal opinion is, and I know a lot of football fans are going to say, you know, you're a spoilt brat and this, that and the other. But my personal opinion is I think Guardiola's tactics and style now are a little bit out of date. He's been an absolutely amazing. I mean, he's given me the best moments of my life as being a City fan. You know, being in my brother's living room before he died, watching the Champions League final and winning it. Pep Guardiola did that for both of us. And I'll never forget that. He's been amazing for us. But on the other hand, we've seen it so many times over the years that players and managers need to refresh now and again. How many players have we seen that go stale at a club, move somewhere else, and it reinvigorates the career? I personally think that, I mean, he won't do because he's a very proud man and he won't go until he's got this team ticking over like a well-oiled clock, if that ever happens. But I kind of feel like now we're in need of a bit of a change. You know, we're bringing exciting, dynamic players in. We've got Cherky, who can see a pass, do all the fancy flicks. We've got Semenyo down that wing, Doku down the other, Haaland up top. We've got the makings of a great team here, but it's not really a tippy-tappy team, is it? It needs to be dynamic. I tell you who I would have tomorrow. It's probably going to surprise a lot. I'd have Jurgen Klopp tomorrow. Because his brand of football, I think, would work brilliantly with who we've got. But then I'm boring you all to death because I'm a Manchester City fan and nobody wants to hear about Manchester City, do they really? So I apologise for that. Okay, well, thanks to everybody who's come in tonight. Thanks for everybody who's contributed. And it has been a very lively chat area tonight. I have to say, there's been some great chat. There's been some great opinions and information come in there. And I've really, really enjoyed it. It's turned this live stream into not so much of a football manager, but more of a football chat stream, which, you know, for me is great. I love it. Because there'd be nothing worse than me sitting here playing football manager on my Todd and nobody to speak to. So thanks to everybody who's come in. Thanks for everybody who's contributed. If you have come in and you're a new subscriber, thanks for the sub. If you've liked, thanks for the like. And it is Friday, isn't it? Yeah. So the next live stream will be Monday, and I'll try and get on for 7:30 on Monday. And so how many games have we got? Well, we've got quite a few games left. Yeah, we're not going to finish it on Monday, are we? It's probably going to take another 2 streams minimum to finish it off. Oh, I've just noticed there. Round of 16, Europa League. We're playing PSV. And we've got the away leg first, home leg second. There's a turn up for the book. I'm pretty sure we can beat PSV. But then, you know, Football Manager might have other ideas. I mean, I would point you back to the Italian Cup quarter-final. Bergamo, 4-2, we lost that one. The neutral fan wants to see great players play exciting football. At least I'd watch more of City. Yeah, I mean, you know, I mean, I wish it was like that, Mike. I think with these ridiculous, stupid fraud charges that City have got against us, I think a lot of people have seen the headline in the Sun and just run with it. There's not many people, I don't think, know the background to it all and know the proper full information about it. So for most football fans, and I would say a high percentage, 95% of football fans, I just read that headline, Manchester City cheats, and that's it, they've run with it. I remember playing Notts Forest at Notts Forest a few weeks ago, and the teams came out, the game kicked off, and all that was ringing around the ground with the Notts Forest fans was, you know, you've cheated. It's like, do you know anything about it at all? I mean, once again. All right, so I'm always going to wear my City hat, I'm afraid. But I think I'm entitled to that. You know, I've been a City fan since about 8 or 9, so I think I'm entitled to that. Right, once again, thanks to everybody who's come in tonight and contributed. And thanks for coming in and watching. If you didn't contribute, that's fine as well. But it's a friendly chat place in here. I wouldn't allow it to be... I've seen one or two, you know, creators who have a very... I'm the most important person in the world stance. And then there's some derogatory chat going on. I don't want any of that in my channel. It's all friendly stuff here, and you know, everybody is welcome. So so Monday night around about 7:30, I'll put a post up, and I'm just going to go and see now how my Wigan video is done, because I put it up at 7 tonight instead of 4, trying a bit of a change there. Right, okay, well, thanks everybody once again, and I shall see you all on Monday night. Thanks very much.